The ASUS ROG Swift PG279QM is one of those monitors that tries to balance competitive performance with premium build quality, and right out of the box, it gives you that familiar ROG vibe, clean, angular, and unmistakably gaming without being overdone. This is a 27-inch WQHD panel, meaning 2560 by 1440, and this has become the sweet spot for a lot of gamers who don't want to deal with the GPU strain of 4K but still want sharper image quality than 1080p. This one uses ASUS's fast IPS technology, which is basically their take on pushing IPS to the edge of what it can physically do, and yes, that means you get a true 1 millisecond response time. Not the MPRT trickery 1 millisecond, a true GTG 1 millisecond. Combined with a native 240Hz refresh rate, this thing is built for esports, high-speed shooters, and competitive play at a pro level. And because it's a GSYNC monitor with an actual NVIDIA G-Sync processor inside, you're getting that reliable tear-free, stutter-free smoothness that GSYNC is known for at up to 240Hz. What's also cool is that ASUS packed in NVIDIA Reflex Latency Analyzer, which is something you normally only see on high-end gaming gear. This lets you actually measure end-to-end system latency in real time, something competitive players obsess over but rarely get accurate tools for. You can plug in a compatible mouse, run Reflex-supported games, and actually see your system latency on the monitor itself. Now moving to the visuals, because this is IPS, you get that classic 178-degree viewing angle consistency, but what really stands out is color performance. ASUS calibrated this with a professional DCI P3 color gamut, and it even includes a color calibration report in the box, which is something creators tend to appreciate. And yes, it's VISA Display HDR 400 certified, not the highest HDR standard, but it does enhance contrast and brightness enough to make highlights pop in games and movies. The matte finish helps keep reflections down, and with 400 nits of brightness, it's plenty usable even in well-lit rooms. And speaking of long-term comfort, ASUS's iCareTech is here as usual with TUV certified flicker-free and low blue light modes, which is great because if you're grinding out gaming sessions at 240Hz, eye strain can sneak up on you fast. Build quality is very typically ROG, solid, clean, and functional. The stand is height adjustable, tilt adjustable, swivel adjustable, and honestly one of the better ones included with gaming monitors in this price range. Cable management is always appreciated, and ASUS did a decent job keeping things tidy. Connectivity is surprisingly stacked on this model. You get DisplayPort 1.4, 3 HDMI 2.0 ports, 2 USB 3.0 ports, and a USB upstream port. HDMI 2.0 means you'll still hit 1440p 144Hz on consoles that support it. But for PC gaming, DisplayPort 1.4 is the way to go to unlock the full 240Hz. In the box, ASUS includes pretty much everything you need: DisplayPort cable, HDMI cable, USB 3.0 cable, power adapter, warranty card, calibration report, the ROG welcome card, and even stickers if you're into that. Plus, there's a 3-month Adobe Creative Cloud subscription, which is actually a nice perk if you do any content creation or photo/video editing. Now let's talk performance. In real-world usage, this monitor feels incredibly snappy. Cursor movement feels light, gameplay animations are crystal sharp, and motion clarity is simply excellent for an IPS panel. ASUS's fast IPS feels like a legitimate middle ground between traditional IPS and TN panels, close to TN speed, but without sacrificing color accuracy or viewing angles. The 240Hz refresh rate really shines in fast-paced games like Valorant, Apex Legends, Overwatch 2, CS2, anything where milliseconds matter. And combined with GSYNC, gameplay feels locked-in smooth even if your frame rate dips occasionally. The 1000:1 contrast ratio is typical for IPS, so you don't get OLED-level blacks, but the color accuracy and brightness more than make up for it unless you game exclusively in dark environments. Power consumption is about 42 watts, which is pretty efficient for a panel of this caliber. The monitor weighs about 17.86 pounds and has dimensions of roughly 24.17 inches wide and 16 inches deep with the stand. Overall, the PG279QM is a monitor that nails the essentials for competitive players while still delivering excellent color accuracy and comfort features for everyday use. It's not the flashiest, it's not OLED, but it's one of the most reliable fast IPS gaming monitors available today for people who care about latency, responsiveness, and quality control. ASUS didn't try to reinvent anything here, they just refined what competitive monitors do best. And if you're looking for a 1440p, 240Hz, GSYNC gaming monitor that feels premium, looks clean, performs consistently, and gives you actual tools like NVIDIA Reflex to improve your gameplay, this is one of the best balanced options in its class. At the end of the day, the PG279QM delivers what matters: speed, clarity, smoothness, and color performance, all wrapped in a build that feels like it was made with actual gamers in mind.